paint the transmission, get it knocked out of the way, because I think today was just under 50s, and then I think later this week temperature is supposed to drop again, and then I don't know when it's going to pick back up, so decided to knock it out today, and I think it came out pretty good. Alright, it's coming out of the garage, and it's still borderline being a little cold out, but we try to get the transmission painted today, so we'll clean that up a little bit more. Probably rough it up with some sandpaper and just primer and paint. I'll probably just throw that on the time lapse. It's been the same process like I did with the motor and everything. Just clean it up, primer it, paint it, and hopefully it comes out just as good as the motor did. But like I said, it's about 40 in the garage right now, so move the Elko out of the way. After I move those other two out of the way, the Camaro and the Blazer, move those out of the way. Probably move the transmission over here a little bit, cover up the Monte, cover up the hood back there so no overspray gets on it. And then while that's drying, I'll do some smaller stuff to the Elko. Like I said, I've got the forget what they're called, but the gaskets for the door handles. It's like a little insert that goes in there. These little things. So yeah, door handle gasket. So since these were powder coated, the old gaskets, when I took the old handles out, the old gaskets were not in the best condition, so I got the replacement gasket. So I'll finally be able to hook the door handles back up. I think the other side's still on there, so when that's outside, give me a little bit more room to work. And then this area, well, on the passenger side, so that'll probably be where the Camaro is. And then once that's done, probably pull the Blazer in, do an oil change on that. But just waiting for parts to come in. Like I said, I ordered the cross member for the transmission. I think I ordered dipstick for it. I think the dipstick for the motor. Just a whole bunch of small parts I ordered. It was like right in the area of free shipping, so you just toss everything on there till you get it to the free shipping cost. End up spending more money, but don't pay for shipping. But yeah, let me try to let me get these cars out of the way, move the transmission over, because these things are heavy. I'll move this out of the way, clean it up some more, give it a final wipe down, wax grease remover. Yeah, I'll probably paint the extension, have new transmission mount, so I did get that in already, just wait on the cross member. But yeah, once it's all wiped down, a couple of light coats of primer, a couple of light coats of paint. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but just trying to freshen up a little bit. Probably take this lower cover off, flip that around so it's easier to paint. I'll mask off this whole front area, and mask off the rear, and then the little connectors there. Any part that I don't want to get painted, pretty much I'll mask off. Like I said, I'm not shooting for a perfect job, but just a good rattle can paint job. Let me put this down, move the cars out of the way. Let's get to it. Alright, it's starting to get cold, so oil change for the Blazer is going to be put on hold till tomorrow. But was able to get that painted. It's looking pretty good. Doesn't have the it's the same color, but I think with the temperature, this doesn't have as much as a shine as the motor does. But like I said, it's going to be under the car anyway, so you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Came out pretty good, that front cover, or the lower cover piece. I didn't mean to paint this space right here, because that's what goes against the, I might not go against the block, but I didn't want to paint that, but I ended up painting it anyway. Like I said, I left this surface unpainted. I don't think it'd make much of a difference with a layer or two of paint, but I left it, just left it bare. But it's looking good. I like it. I like the way it turned out. It was a little tricky. Like I said, I was fighting with some temperature. Some of the temperatures. It's recommended about 60, but I had the little space heater going when I was painting, so that helped dry it a little bit. And then I didn't get too close, but I did have the torch a little bit because I was starting to see some runs. Probably just my fault not letting it dry long enough between coats. But just use the dupli-color engine paint. So yeah, it's looking good. I left this unpainted because I might take it off anyway, to replace that bushing in there and then the sill. So I just left that unpainted. And I think it's going to break it up a little bit under the car, so it's not just all red and black. There's going to be red, black, and a little bit of whatever you want to call it, aluminum, chrome. Well, it's not chrome, just aluminum. But yeah, I don't know why I taped that off, but I did. I'm not sure what it means, but it's on there. You can tell what it is. And then the oil pan, I did mask that off a little bit, but with the weight of this thing, I'm not doing anything until it's in the car. So once it's in the car, I'll probably drop the oil pan, change out the gasket, see if the filter, well, if I'm gonna do the gasket, I might as well do the filter also. So I'll do that once it's in the car, lift it up a little bit, because these things are way too heavy to try to get up underneath or try to lift it up and do all that. So that's the plan with that. Soon, just waiting for a couple more parts to come in. I just got the cross member in. Got the banjo bolts for the AN lines for the transmission. I said throttle body, mentioned that in the last one. And I guess I ordered some parts from G-Force before. How's it going? Good, how about yourself? But yeah, like I said, I ordered some parts from G-Force, and I was taking the trash out today, and there's like decals for customer use only. And I was like, I guess they were taped to the outside of the box with like the shipping label, and I didn't know for a while. And I'm like, what did I order from G-Force? So I think it was the whatever you want to call it, the drip tray. So like I said, I know D's Life on his video, he ordered, I think, one from Summit or Speedway and one from G-Force, and came out, they were the exact same. So if I wanted to, I could throw the G-Force sticker on it, but I'll probably throw one of the Cairo G-Body stickers on it. What else? Oh yeah, a couple nuts and bolts for, I think, the alternator and the alternator bracket. I was missing a few. So, like I said, I just went and added stuff to cart. So, instead of that old looking bolt, I have a new looking one, and replace those also. So, I was just adding stuff to cart so I didn't have to pay for shipping. So, yeah. But that's it. Like I said, I just wanted to paint the transmission, get it knocked out of the way, because I think today was just under 50s, and then I think later this week temperature is supposed to drop again, and then I don't know when it's going to pick back up, so decided to knock it out today, and I think it came out pretty good. It's going to look real good mounted to the engine. Only thing I'm about to do is take the flex plate off of this one and throw it on the 4.8. So I really want to start digging into this one to see the condition of it, but I'm gonna save that for a later date. I do need to take this off though, because this is definitely getting swapped out for this one. So it'd be nice and short, compact. So just gotta figure out how to take the truck one off. It doesn't just twist off like this one, or at least I couldn't get it. I think somebody told me there's a clip in there, so I have to check with that. But the camera's running low on battery, so I'll probably call it a video. I'll open this up and then go over it in the next one. But till then.